Hi, neighbors. We're continuing our series on how to save on our budget and stretching our dollars by utilizing our local food resource centers. I am so excited to share with you this week's haul. But I also want to say this. In the process of me making these videos and sharing my resources and networking with my community, I had a number of people reach out to me to share with me where I can utilize more food centers. And in doing so, this week we have gotten some great items that ordinarily we would not have had access to. So shout out to all those folks who've been pointing me in the right direction. Okay, here we go. You saw that corn, and there was a lot of corn in that box. I didn't want to take it out and crowd the counter. Then we have the zucchini and squash. Here we have some dry goods. We have that macaroni and cheese. I put over to your right side kidney beans. I make a lot of chili. So what I'm doing here is I'm showing you what I'm keeping over to the right and everything over to the left I will be donating. So we have that applesauce. Here we have tuna. We have vegetarian soup. We're going to donate that because I like making my own soup. And anytime I can make something on my own and control what the ingredients are, that's what I want to do. This is some kind of chili prep. It's like no beans in it, I believe. So it's to kind of like help start your chili, cheat it a little bit for one of those quick meals. We have more tuna. This is some shredded chicken. We have a box of spaghetti. So in this food haul, we did have a number of dry items. I think I mentioned to you that there was some applesauce, some canned applesauce. And let's see what's in our next bag. I think we had like 5 bags this week. So, all right, here we go. This is some Propel water. And I don't have on my glasses, but I'm going to keep it because I think it may give me some of those electrolytes that I've been needing. Here, you see this big bag of walnuts? I just purchased walnuts a couple of weeks ago, and they were quite expensive. And we're going to be making some Cheats Snicker bars with it. That recipe will be coming up in the next week. Here we have pitted plums. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those, but I would like to try them and come up with a recipe. We have mashed potatoes, but these are some kind of chickpea snack. And yeah, that chickpea is going to give me the protein that I seek out daily. These are like Cheerios. It's a generic brand. But you know, although it's generic, all that stuff is made in a lot of the same places. They just put a fancy label on it. Here we have brown rice. I'm not a big rice eater or potato eater, so that definitely would go over there. And I think this is some kind of milk. So, yeah, we're going to put that over there as a giveaway. I know that this is some kind of milk here. I guess you can use it like if you're making like one of those dishes that require some kind of cream. You can use that. We will be donating these oats. I have a brand new thing of oats that I've had in my cupboard for about 5 months because I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. And, yeah, I'm not a big oatmeal girl. I was doing overnight oats for a while there, but I fell off the wagon. And that peanut butter and jelly, I'm sure my neighbor will appreciate that. That's where my godson lives, so I'm sure that they would like that for him. This was an interesting item. It's some kind of pastry puff, like it's onion soup in a pastry puff. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the donation pile because I am not a big bread consumer. And let's see what we have here. This was some kind of dressing, like a ranch dressing. And I did decide to keep this to give it to my girlfriend because it says it's gluten-free. And we have a nice little donut snack. The kiddos would like this next door. Yeah, I was going to keep it, but I decided no, I shouldn't do that. I don't need all those donuts. We've been doing pretty good with managing our daily intake. Here's some rolls. And they made my neighbor probably can make use of that. Okay, we're going to keep going. You see that this island is getting pretty full. Like I said, someone guided me to this particular food giveaway, and they were so generous with what they provided to all of us. Here we have hot dogs. I don't mind a hot dog every now and then, but these have pork in it, and I just stopped eating pork about 8 months ago. Yeah, I'm sure my sister will be proud of me because she's been trying to get me to stop eating pork. Not that I was consuming a whole lot of pork, but she had, because she just stopped eating pork a few years ago, and she had been trying to encourage me to stop eating pork. So we'll give those hot dogs away. And look at this. Can you believe that these are whole chickens? They're cut up already, but all the parts are there. And it's a whole chicken. So we have 2 packs of that. And the person who told me about this particular giveaway, he's actually in my dance class. So shout out to you, because when he saw me coming through, and he knows what I do as far as sharing with my community at large, he actually gave me a couple of extra bags of chicken. So shout out to my one of my dance community members. Now, I personally don't eat too much meat, so look at this, more hot dogs. More hot dogs. And they do a pretty good job of making sure everything stays frozen and dry. So, yeah. But what we'll do is, wait a minute, I think I have another bag over here. Hold on, let's see. Oh, I just wanted to show you all this corn that was in this box. I didn't want to take it all out and put it on the counter. That's a lot of corn. So, yeah, grilling season is upon us. Let's see here. Oh, we do have something else. Now, one of the girls in my dance community had told me that she had peaches in her bag. And then when I looked down further into my box, I had peaches in my bag, too. She said she's making peach cobbler. And I think I'm going to keep this because I've been making smoothies. And this is frozen peaches in its own syrup, so that's not too much sugar. And I think I'll just use that to give myself a nice little boost and treat in my smoothies. So everything over to the left of your screen, I will be donating, and everything over to the right are things that I will be keeping and utilizing. So I am so excited to be able to do this for my community. And let's see what we have here. Okay, that's my poor editing. But I still want to do a recap. So that's a lot of stuff. But in the final analysis, what you see here on this counter is what I kept for myself. So those are the peaches for my smoothie. These are those pitted plums. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Maybe I can add to a smoothie. We're going to be making some chili with these kidney beans and some tuna. I use Greek yogurt as my base. We have these frozen peach cups, the walnuts for our cheat Snickers / Twix bars we're going to be making, the Propel water. Yeah, because I think we're going to be able to get some electrolytes out of this. So let's hold on to that. And then this is a chickpea snack. And one of the things that I said before, one of the reasons why I like using my Food Resource Center is because you get an opportunity to try things you otherwise would not buy, maybe a little bit reluctant. So we'll be trying these. All right, that's all, folks. Thank you. Bye-bye.